Tutorial. It's episode 324, guys, and today I'm gonna make you some raw hypnotic techno. My inspiration for this is a little bit the genre, the beatport category, if you know beatport, guys. You do, of course. Basically, it's a genre that's like more of a classic field techno. Like everything is more raw, everything is more kind of maybe a little bit distorted, maybe a little bit of 303. You know, like the real origin of what was techno, maybe in the 1990s or 1995. Like, you know, personally, when I was in this era, I was quite young and I was quite enthusiastic about the music. For us, it was all techno. There was no such thing as trance. It was actually techno or house, the two things that we knew in those years. And techno was definitely more raw, more brutal, more honest, like more pounding. And, you know, of course, people back in those days didn't have the resources that we have today to make music, so they had to be quite creative to make music like this. And guys, of course, every single episode that I do, I turn them into templates for Logic Pro, Ableton, FL Studio. So if you like the track that's playing right now, maybe it's playing, hopefully it's playing, it is the track that I made. So basically, I finished this episode, put on some more work, make a template with it, and the track that is playing in the background right now is the track of the template you can get on our site, WeMakeDanceMusic.com. Did I say WeMakeDanceMusic.com? I have to promote the site, guys. I have no choice. I mean, watching the video for free, obviously, you want to make some raw techno, you know. So let's get into some raw techno sessions. I'm a bit rusty. I've mixed some music lately. I've done some work, but I haven't really created music. So I started with a kick here. Put it in my headphones. Oh yeah. So what I've done is I loaded two classic kits, a TR909 and Jesus, I don't know, like a TR707. Which are two classic kind of kits. I think I'll use some part of the 909, like the snare, maybe some hats, and then some other part will be from the 707. So basically I'm gonna build quickly a really basic beat. It might change or alternate after, you know, when I build the project, but for now we start with a classic set, which is kick, snare, hats. I love the snare, guys. If you know me, it's just snaps. It's one of the best snare, personally, I think, of all drum machines ever made, I would say. I'll do that, and because we're going raw techno, instead of putting a hi-hat, I'm just gonna put a crash, and I will fit it to the purpose. Basically, usually I'll put a hi-hat here, you know, and well, it's the right thing there, I would say. However, I think it's a bit too long. I'm gonna go in the sampler here. Oof. I don't want so much, and I think I'm tempted really to start right away and to go into distortion. Distortion 2? I don't know the difference between distortion 1 and 2, but I want to add some chunk to it. Alright, guys. So there's many ways to do this. What else? It's definitely nice. So I like distortion personally. I think after distorting a sound like that, I like to compress it. I want it to be, and I'm gonna put the release quite slow. Because we'll keep on compressing that quite fast because I want to compress the whole thing, and I want it to be compressed. Ratio 4:1. Lower this a little bit. So now it's very present. It's really thick. Only a hat, a snare, and a hat, and it already takes, I would like to say, a fair amount of space in the mix at least. And then I'm gonna drop a ride on top of it, not soul. For me, this is kind of a recipe for this genre, a bit of a classic recipe. Oh, I think I moved the kick, but I didn't put one there. So I'm gonna put it, but really, this is really in the back. Does it ring a bell to you guys? Just this type of rhythm here? For me it does. I'm gonna get in here into the little because I want to keep the key, so I'm basically doing everything in key. Whoa, that is a low cowbells, guys. Wow, this is quite intense. I think I might just try to do something with it because it's so ridiculous. I might put it here. So guys, this is supposed to be a cowbell. Let's test it, you know, because it's kind of fun. Oh, I thought I removed some. Okay, no, I did remove some. So let's just put it up a couple octaves just for fun. Oh yeah, it is a cowbell. I do like so much better what I've just done with it. The fat effects here, which I could maybe infuse a little bit of. Ooh. Then a bit of sand here to the delay. You might think that this seemed to come naturally to me, guys, but I have many years of music production under my belt. So that definitely inspires me right away to go in there and, like we say, drop the bass. So I think I'm a bit low, or I don't know really. So we have this big chunk there, you know, that I really like, so I don't want to alter it. Keep this. So the idea is you have this chunk that we made earlier, and I want the bass to kind of counteract with this. So of course I will go in there and change the sound completely and do acid for fun. I think I'm a bit low. Say. Yeah, I'm at 0, C0 is a bit low. That I could, not sure. I think I would be more tempted to do something without the arpeggiator here. This is a bit low. More length here. Resonance is already maxed out. Oh no, not quite. Okay. Not the bass anymore. I like it here. What's here? Okay, now we need a side chain, obviously, immediately. Take the input from the kick we created, which is kick 1909 here. Put it to 4:1, compress this bass. Quite a bit actually, without. A bit uninteresting with. Of course, I have the cut up here. Of course, we could play with the ARP, let's say put like a low rate, like a 1/8 weird rate. That is a bit odd. Not what I expected. This is the pattern. Okay, that's a bit better. No. I would be more tempted to maybe put some LFO in there or something. Let's see what we have here. Filter is quite advanced. The wave shaper, the phaser here could be interesting. So if I put the depth of 4, then may take a little bit of time before the phaser has its effect completely. Let's do about 22. There's a lot of stuff in there. Whoa. Okay, they're all in line. You can add res on top of res and even drive it. I'm gonna go back into the form here. Drop a little bit. Play. This is good. I think we need a little bit of a kind of a driving hat in there, something that will top it off. So I'm gonna do most of the beats except the beats that there's already a hat. And leave the crash here. Oh, something happened there. I think I can put all, depending on the drum. Yeah, depending on the drum machine sequencing, it's different. So this is music for me. This sound like my memories, you know? When I was going to raves in the 1990s. Yep, guys, I'm that old. I think I would also drop a side chain on this for fun. I really like a 10:1 ratio side chain. You're gonna hear the effect in 1 second. Yeah, less threshold. So now I'll be able to raise the volume a little bit. Kind of dancing a little bit with the beat, you know? Okay, that's great. Now what I can hear, at least in my head, I don't know, I hear. Can you, well, you cannot hear it. I definitely can hear this. It's because this reminds me, guys, of Hardfloor, which is a group that I just grew up listening to. This was such quality. It was available mainly on vinyl, so it's very difficult to get our hands. When they finally release an album, get it on CD. You know, CDs, guys. How many of you guys have a CD? Do you have a CD at home? If you have a CD, drop it in the comment below. like a dance music, electronic music CD. I think people don't have CDs for a long time already. I have mine right there. My own, like from a while ago. So I'm gonna go, I think what could be good with that would be strings here, and then I want a high song. I don't want a pizzicato. Too sure about the key, guys, so I'm just gonna do like just take the key that I have. It's a C, so it doesn't get any more basic than this. Ooh, this sounded good with like in the very lower kind of lower sound here. So I'm gonna keep it. I don't know if you heard this, guys. Can you hear this? Take this, send it, let's say to the delay here. Okay, and then we're gonna go here and I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna bring up. And that I want to be long, I don't want it to cut. This is a certain kind of continuity. Maybe a bit lower. Okay, let's put it in the back. Mix it. Something to have fun. And I think it's great, I think our bass is great, I think everything is great. I think what we're missing to complete this madness is like a big kind of sub thing. And I'm not quite certain how I'm gonna do this one. Let's see, I'm at 0 here with this kind of pad thing. I go in here and I want this, I just want the lows. I want to see if I'm gonna hit the frequency I'm looking for. Not bad. I'm checking alchemy setting. There's something else maybe. I'm gonna copy it, it's always a good thing to do. Then I'm gonna go. That I could do a cool effect with, guys, so what I will do is I will do a cool effect with it, because I think I have the lows, I'm not sure, because in the headphones I cannot tune it, but I know I can tune it in the sub, so I'll do that for you guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna automate my little filter here. So we have a sub pad, I would call it here, which definitely gonna do some damage. I'm gonna go into my automation, put it on read, go here, go into my automations here, put it more in a. I want to start much lower. Have a look. seesaw kind of thing. Let's hear this. I think I'm gonna boost the lows. Really looking for a lot of presence. Not necessarily the type of sound that's made to hit. I think what we need now is some toms. Oh, what we need now actually, sorry, I'm gonna Control A, right click, color region by track, first, second, name region by tracks. Okay, so now we have a bit of a better idea what we're doing with this really raw hypnotic techno we're creating at this very moment. So I was thinking some toms would be great, some really low end, kind of rumbly kind of thing. So let's go in there, let's enlarge this so we see what we're doing. So the lows, no, I want high, yeah, I want the lows. However, if I want the lows, I have to bring them lows because well, if they're underneath the kick, they will not really have quite an impact. They're just gonna boost the lows of the kick. This is always okay. I think if I put one here, it's gonna be better. So that will. Oh, it's not what I wanted at all. So that's gonna give a lot of depth and a lot of kind of punch to our low end. It has to be, again, has to be mixed quite properly because there's a lot of low frequency in there. And there's a lot of content, of course, like a lot of content of course, frequency-wise. I'm gonna do another one, which I will do a little bit the same, but not quite the same, and I will actually cut this one here and cut this one. So I just want like a. These one I like to send them to the delay. I think I've got everything under control, guys. I think I will take my kick here and I would just do a kick layer with the 707. Just, well, okay, it's interesting. It's just very clicky. Oh, it's a different kick. So I have a different kind of spectrum in there. Let's check out the second one. I kind of like this better. It's a bit boxy. Cool. I want to add a little bit of depth. So we don't have much synth, guys. However, you know, with this, I can really make really bad hypnotic raw techno track. This is definitely in the making of quite a big track, guys. And I will stop this episode for now because I think I have already the idea. If you want to continue on this project, check out the template below in the link. And until next time, guys, may the sounds be with you.